Before we start our meeting, I wanted to do a couple of introductions.
Yeah.
New people. This is our newest board director, Paul Chow.
Well,
And the bonus is not only is he a KU representative, but he lives here. I told him I'd stay there. And then Shawnee is our new assistant community manager. I think a few of you know that Hayden got promoted to community manager at another community. Yes. And then in the back, we have our fabulous Mr. Larry Hartman, who is our VP. Deanna was out here as VP before, and we have refigured everything, and so now Larry will be our VP. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're calling meeting to order, establish quorum and introductions. We did that in 6:01. Jeff, you want to start opening the seal bids for agenda items 8, asphalt maintenance and solicited payments. With the pavilion pavers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, opening homeowner forum. We didn't have any via the internet for the agenda items. Do you have any opening homeowner forum comments for agenda items? Not seeing any, let's get started. Action items. Approved minutes from the April 18th, 2023 Board of Directors meeting. The board has already reviewed these. We have a motion.
I motion.
A second.
All in favor? Motion carries. Review and accept financial statements. The board will consider action to approve the association's monthly financial statements for the period of March, April, and May 2023, subject to audit. The board's already reviewed these. Do we have a motion to approve subject to audit? All in favor?
Aye.
Management Committee reports City of Henderson update. Jerry Schroeder will be providing the update from Councilman Shaw's office as well as the street light repair update. Jerry, you are up.
Thank you. Well, thank you again for having me here on behalf of Councilman Dan Shaw. I wanted to say before I do my report, I just want to welcome Paul and Shani. Now, Paul, I have to do full disclosure. Paul and I have known each other for many, many years, and his wonderful wife. And we've worked really closely together in the past, and you're very lucky to have him as one of your directors. He's going to do a great job. Larry, on the other hand. I'm just kidding. You're really going to enjoy having Larry here. He's also with my personal homeowners association. I serve on the design review committee, and he's really great to work with. And anything that anybody ever needs, he knows exactly how everything works, what the rules are. Nicest guy in the world, very easy to work with. So congratulations, Larry, on being here. And we'll meet Miss Caitlin and Deanna. It's like, what's my Deanna? They've agreed to work with as well. So congratulations for Caitlin, though, for her promotion. And I'm sure wherever she is, that she's going to do a great job. So I just want you all to know, as residents, that you have Larry is awesome, Paul is awesome, and you don't have to worry about how things are being run here. Sure.
Lisa's awesome.
Lisa, everybody is great. Okay, so on to the report. The Center of Excellence, I've reported on this before. It's the partnership with the City of Henderson and College of Southern Nevada. They broke ground on Monday, January 31st, 2022, not 2023. And this is the multi-use development and advanced manufacturing training center in West Henderson. It's a 17,000 square foot multi-use development and will be the primary source to produce Southern Nevada's emerging manufacturing workforce. This project is complete and was finalized on May 10th, 2023. So no more construction for that. They're good. I'm sure they're all going to start moving in now if they haven't already. The Henderson Police Department that's close by. The most state-of-the-art police substation is nearing completion. And it's near Volunteer Boulevard via Inspirada. The facility will be home to the police department's dispatch center, police academy, as well as a future K-9 memorial. This project is substantially complete. There is a temporary certificate of occupancy that is still in place. Cox Communication is holding up setting a city network that will allow a free movement. So they're just waiting for Cox Communication. Inspirada Station Casino, Hotel and Casino. Now, I mentioned this before, long before any of you even thought about moving over here. Way back in 2006, where there was just dirt out here. The city of Henderson did their master plan for the Inspirada area. And that included a site for a school, it included where the houses are going, where the businesses are going, and where Station Casinos is going to be housed. And so since 2006, it's now taken them until now to start the process. So you're not going to see any groundbreaking for a while because there is a process to it. And what the process is right now they've got 2 phases. The first phase is proceeding with the site plan and architecture for a new casino and hotel comprising of 201 rooms and is 340,000 square feet of floor space. The next phase will increase the rooms to 600 rooms. This proposal requires both planning commission and city council approval. Extension of the existing gaming conditional use permit to the adjacent 3.8 acres located northwest of the intersection of Via Inspirada and Bicentennial Parkway was approved by the city council on May 2nd. The development agreement and future design review for the overall site layout and architecture of new casino is tentatively scheduled for September 14th planning commission and the October 3rd city council meeting. So again, it's a process. It's going to take a while. I don't know if you remember that, when we first because I was on the city council at the time, and we voted for Costco to come in, and a year or so later, we were going, is it really coming? There's a process to this, so they have to do all this behind the scenes stuff first, get all these approvals done before they can start breaking ground. Some development projects that are being done right now. There's apartments that were approved by City Council on October 4th over at Via Inspirada and Via Da Vinci, just north of Mara Inspirada Senior Apartments. The Centurion, the entitlement expired for this project due to inactivity. So developers have a certain amount of time that they have to start developing and doing something, and even just here's the site plan. If they don't do anything within that certain amount of time, then it expires. So I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Sorry. The apartments for Via Central North is 2-story, 2 to 3-story buildings on Via Central. North is in the Texas Park. Apartments for Via Central South were approved on July 12th, 2022. Sorry. Local companion to the Via Central North apartment, north and south. House automation, northeast corner of Via Inspirada Via Novelia. Staff approved a minor amendment on October 13th, 2022 to reduce the square footage and establish a phase 2 expansion for building 1. Square footage of building 2 is slightly increased for an additional mezzanine office space. Building 3 is reduced slightly by 87,000 feet. The design review approval has over 2 million square feet of the project with the 233,000 expansion for building 1. Okay. The development remains in compliance with the house development agreement. And I got an update a couple of days ago because I was in a meeting with one of the people from House Animation, and it had nothing to do with any of this, but they had mentioned 2024 is about when they're going to start breaking ground. So just for an update there. Streetlights. Sharon was asking about this. Inspirada, the city, and the homeowners association have proposed retrofitting a portion of existing bell lights with overhead arm assemblies to address failing units provide a better lighting profile. So we're all aware of the street light exchange. City has completed installed the installation of our 20% Inspirata builders contractor. That started, the work started in the week of March 20th. So right now it's 20% complete. Development along the Volunteer. Several housing developments are under design and construction along the south side of Volunteer from the Inspirata to Gillespie. Along with this development, improvements are being made along Amigo, and the extension of Bermuda will be constructed to south of Volunteer. Infrastructure for Via Nobilia, via Inspirata to Las Vegas Boulevard. Full roadway improvements from the Inspirata to Las Vegas Boulevard continue. Project includes flood control facilities, traffic signals, and water and sewer line construction. A ribbon cutting opening was held on April 12th. Under the Via Nobilia contract, the city has entered into an agreement with Nevada Energy to install the Henderson Hospital feeder. And that's scheduled for the end of August for completion. And the West Henderson feeder infrastructure, which is obtaining rights prior to construction, and that is anticipated completion either. Multiple intersection traffic signal projects. A lot of people ask about traffic signals. The design of traffic signals at the intersections of Gillespie and Volunteer, and Bermuda and Volunteer, and Bermuda and Erie, and Amigo and Erie. The street lights will be added on Volunteer between Gillespie and Bermuda as well. This project also includes various traffic signals north of St. Rose Parkway and miscellaneous areas of small roadway improvements. The overall design is expected to be complete summer 2023, and then the project is into construction. Eastern Avenue from Horizon Ridge Parkway to Anthem Parkway, there's rehabilitation of pavement and the ADA enhancements at various locations. Sunridge Heights Parkway from Levi's to Costco. Construction of the new roadway from the edge of the Levi's property to Costco. Project consists of roadway construction, including median islands, street lighting, storm drain culverts, and water lines. The project was awarded to CG&B Construction at the August 23rd, 2022 City Council meeting. And it says a turn pocket and signal relocation were added to the project at Raiders Way and is expected to be completed in August. For Amigo Street and Sunridge Heights Parkway improvement, this is the construction of a new roadway west of Raiders Way to extend Sunridge Heights to South Bruner Avenue. And this construction was approved at the October 15th City Council meeting, and the construction of the project has been completed. So yeah, one thing done. The Inspirata from and Via Da Vinci signal. Construction new traffic signal at the Via Inspirata and Via Da Vinci intersection, and the design is about 90% complete and has been put on hold until adjacent development site plans, which impact the signal, are designed. So they're almost there. Gotta wait for everything else. Gillespie Street from St. Rose Parkway to Bruner Avenue, new roadway construction. Project is in the final design phase and is tentatively scheduled to advertise for construction bids in fall of 2023. And then, so that's all the construction that's going on over here, just so you're aware. We like to let you know what's happening with the construction. So a lot of people say, when is that done? And what are you doing over there? So, so this really helps you understand what's going on. Okay, so then the next thing is adopt a new, the adoption of a new board map. So every once in a while, when one particular area has an influx of people moving in and an offset different population in the other wards or districts, then if there's a 5% difference in one particular ward, then they have to redo the ward map, even everything else. So the city of Henderson code requires the population of the wards not to exceed the population in any other ward by more than 5%. In Ward 2, which is where we're in right now, and 3 currently exceed Ward 1 by more than 5%. 2 boundary changes have been provided for the city council to choose from. On July 11th, the council voted to refer item 56 to the committee meeting of August 1st, 2023 for review and recommendation. City residents can provide comments in writing in support or opposition to that item prior to the meeting or choose to speak during the public comment period at that meeting. So When it comes to Inspirata, it doesn't affect the Just so you know, but they have to do these ward boundary changes to even everything out. It's gonna be more Ward 3 and actually Ward 2 over closer to where the interchange is over by, when it turns in, when 215 goes to Lake Mead and you got the 515. Over in that particular corner is where it's gonna be more of the changes. One of the other changes that they were discussing is the Lake Las Vegas stay in Ward 3 or are they gonna move it to Ward 4? So it's not gonna affect it at all. But if you want to see what the proposals are, it is item number 56. Yeah, item number 56 at the committee meeting with the next councilman. The plan, there's a on July 13th, plan commission meeting, item 7 was a master sign plan, Las Vegas, North Inspirata. This item was originally on the June 15th, 2023 planning commission meeting and was recommended for denial by city staff. It was continued to the June 13th, 2023 planning commission meeting, where it was recommended for approval by city staff. So by June 15th, it was recommended for denial. And so what happens is they continue it and then they work on it and then they figure out how do we make this work. And then so now they made it work, and so now staff is recommending approval. So what they did was they worked with staff to reduce the proposed height and square footage of each sign to make them more compatible with the scale of the development and comply with the Inspirata Town Center design guidelines. And it was approved by the planning commission. So whatever they did, it worked and everybody's fine with it. And then finally, the last thing I have is I was saying we have contact information. If there's anything that you need to know about, you're wondering, when are they going to do this, or what's happening with that, or you need to let the city know that there's a street line out or something. Contact Henderson is the best way. You go on cityofhenderson.com, you do the contact, and then you just take whatever department that you need to do. If it's the water department, if it's facilities, if it's public works, or the mayor council office, or whatever it is, parks and recreation. You just click on the department, and then you just figure out whatever the subject is that you want to talk about or discuss or notify, and then that goes directly to the right person. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, management committee reports, management update. As of May 31st, there were 5,794 units paying assessments. This number includes homes in 10 benefited service areas that are fully built out, as well as 1,096 city homes. Builder reports, Toll Brothers completed and sold the remaining 8 homes and were fully built out by June 2023. KB Home is currently the remaining builder. There were a total of 172 KB home closings for the second quarter. Facilities Department updates, Jeff Kleinman is in attendance to provide a verbal report.
Oh. All right. Southern Nevada Health District performed this year's health inspections for all community pools and have passed with the exception of Sleesa Pool. Sleesa Pool facility is currently closed for pool drain cover replacement mandated by the Southern Nevada Health District. The work on the pool drains has been completed and the pools are being refilled. Southern Nevada Health District is scheduled to perform their final inspection this Friday, and we will update the community once the pool facility has been reopened for resident use. Gator Pools replaced some bad sensors that were found in both Sleesa family and lap pool heaters. The heaters are now operating correctly. Houston Electric has installed additional LED lighting on the flagpole in the Sleesa Pavilion. Sedco repaired and replaced damaged wall caps and stone veneer throughout the Sleesa Community Center. Brightview has begun this year's spring plant replacement project. They're currently working on city homes, and the project is expected to last several more weeks before completed. Irrigation timers were reset to 6 watering days, Monday through Saturday, for the summer season of May through August for the Southern Nevada Water Authority schedule for Inspirata community. The 2023 City Home Repaint project began on May 30th and included 76 units getting a full repaint and 229 units getting trim only repaint. The project is still ongoing and expected to be completed in September. The 2023 City Home roof inspections were completed for buildings constructed in 2014 through 2017. A proposal for the preventative maintenance part of the project has been submitted to the board tonight for their consideration. Katie Homes successfully completed asphalt, crack seal and seal coats in pods 4.2 and 4.3, and Toll Brothers in pod 5.2 as part of their bond work for the city of Henderson. Facilities Department in Brightview performed a landscape turnover walk with KB Home for common areas and city home properties throughout pod 6.1 and additional areas throughout TC1 and pod 6.5. Brightview has taken over maintenance starting in the month of June as part of their regular lease scheduled rotation.
Thank you, Debbie. All right, manager report, select committee reports. Sonia Lindquist, our community standards director, is going to give you compliance committee update as well as design review committee update.
Hello. All right, so the compliance team actually sent out for the last quarter a total of 2,575 letters. 60% of those letters were for landscaping concerns, 12.4% were for rubbish and debris, 9% for architectural concerns, 6% were decorations, 5% maintenance, and then the remaining were for unsightly items, parking, flag displays, sports equipment, and window treatments. To break that down a little bit, the stage 1 letters, so courtesy notices, 1,388 of those were sent out. Stage 2 letters, which are violations, 227 letters were sent out. Stage 3 for hearings were 43, and then outcome of hearings, 23 were sent out. Percentage resolved from 1 to 2s were 48%. For design review, we total processed 226 applications. 42 of those were approved, 4 were declined. Approved with conditions were 106, auto approved 71, 1 was auto declined, and 2 were withdrawn. The majority of the applications are still initial backyard landscapes, landscape modifications front and back. A lot of our residents are looking at reducing water usage, so they're starting to modify their front yards and solar panels, as well as pools.
Thank you. Tasha McMillan, our lifestyle director, is in attendance to provide a verbal report for social committee and lifestyle update.
Good evening. For a recap of our second quarter events, starting in May, we had our Mother's Day event for an evening calm for mom. We gave our moms and dads who want to participate an opportunity for a free 10-minute massage courtesy of the Body Connection. And we also had sweet treats courtesy of Hermanos. And Brightview provided us with a variety of succulent plants as free giveaways. And a resident who is also a Century representative also joined us to offer gifts for purchase for the event. We also had our Munchies for the Military Care package assembly and donation drive. The Inspirada community filled 2 boxes for the Munchies for Military campaign. And ICA team members joined residents of the community and students of Liberty High School, along with the Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation, to package those items up and to ship them off to our servicemen and women serving overseas. We also held our teacher appreciation, in which we partnered with UNLV to recognize the wonderful teachers in our community. We actually nominate a teacher of their choosing. We received 19 nominations, and they all received an Inspirada and UNLV swag bag. And we put together a slideshow with all the nominees and the nominators' comments for those nominees, and posted it in our weekly newsletter. In June, for the kids getting out of school, we had our movie on the mound, and we commemorated with back to school, getting out of school, back to school, about to go back to school.
Now.
That was quick. The community selected the movie via survey. It was Top Gun Maverick. It was a great turnout, and we have our next one coming up on August 4th, so we hope to see all of you there.
What is that movie?
Mario Brothers. Yeah, that should be pretty fun. And for to honor our fathers, for Father's Day, we did a DIY with your favorite guy. The event featured a birdhouse building activity, card making station, and complimentary desserts courtesy of Romano. And we also have raffle prizes. The turnout was actually better than last year. We received a lot of feedback from everyone who participated. We brought back trivia night, very popular, by the way. The next one's coming up Friday after next, on the 28th. So be sure to sign up in the newsletter comes out on Thursday, because they fill up really fast. But due to the limited space, as I just said, we only can limit it to 40, but because it's so popular, we're trying to incorporate more of them throughout the years. It's a 21 up event because we also serve adult beverages by request of our lovely social committee. Then we have, we partner with Master Gardeners to host a summer series Master Gardeners workshop of how to grow desert plants successfully in this heat. We have a number of workshops coming up through September. The next workshop is actually this Saturday, we held here at Toll Brothers from 10:30 to 11:30. So we hope to see some of you here for that. We also had celebrated National Bomb Pop Day on the 29th of June. And we partnered with one of our community partners, Street Freeze Ice Cream, and we offered 300 bomb pops to our residents free of charge. And we actually gave out all 300 bomb pops. Then on July 1st, we had our Rare Writer Brews fundraising concert. We sold tickets for the Folds of Honor Foundation, and we raised $797.35. And all those proceeds are for the Folds of Honor. They will be here for National Night Out, which is August 1st, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the Felicia Pavilion. We're going to present them with the ceremonial check. Romano's came through with our beverage supply because Anheuser-Busch and the Bottle Beverage Company, the last minute, did not supply us. So we were very thankful that Romano came through for us on that. And as far as our ICA partner sponsorship program, we continue to receive interest in our partner sponsorship program, and they have been very active in participating in our events. So we are very thankful for that. We have added 3 new sponsors in the last second quarter. And for recurring events and programming, we continue to host blood drives that are continue to be success. All the slots for our Reset Vitality Blood Drive filled up. We have 16 donations to 48 lives saved. So thank you for all of you who participate in our blood drives. They will continue throughout the year. We had a schedule change for our Fresh 52 farmers markets for the summer months. We are doing them from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we'll switch back once it cools down. And the lifestyle team continues to work with our social committee on planning upcoming events, as well as implementing new events and workshops for all of the community to enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Tasha.
Thanks.
Okay, Sonia's gonna get back up and provide a verbal report for our community enhancements committee as well as our service area committee update.
Okay, well, the Community Enhancement Committee and all of the service areas do continue to meet on a quarterly basis. Right now, the Community Enhancement Committee is working with in a partnership with the Garden Club to provide the community with a community garden. So that's still in the works. And they're also anxiously awaiting for the fitness equipment to be delivered so we can start to install that and be able to move forward with that one. So Altera, Escala Estates, Milano Park, the Terraces, Porta de Ferro, and Toll Brothers. They are adding solar bollards to a lot of the entrances and the pocket parks within their communities, just to enhance the appearance as well as provide safety for our residents in those areas. And they are also researching the need to update the entrance landscaping to provide, again, more drought tolerant plants as well as low water usage.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move on to review and approve. Items approved by unanimous consent agenda. So in between, the board has taken the following unanimous consent as action since the last board meeting. Installation of the Pinecrest Academy sign at designated location. Awarded unforgettable coatings to City Home Repaints bid. The final decision made via email. Transition of Decorate appointed board members. Updated slate of officers effective with the transition. Board, we need to motion to acknowledge. Motion. Second. All in favor? On favor? Review and approve items, acknowledge of investments. The board will consider action to accept investments which the treasurer has initiated to remain within FDIC insured limits for the association investment policy. We need to acknowledge second quarter 2023 reinvestment. That's one. Then a second. All in favor? Aye. The board will review and consider action to approve updated resolution regarding authorization to use electronic signatures. The minor update is clarifying that the electronic signatures of the members of the board will be utilized to withdraw operating account funds to pay for common expenses invoices that have been approved for payment by the board. The use of approved board electronic signatures pertains to operating account funds only. Motion to approve. Motion. Second. All in favor? Motion carried. The board will review and consider action to approve updated check signing and payables policy edited and updated by the association's attorney. The updated policy primarily clarifies the use of automatic payments, and all reserve account expenses will be signed by 2 board members via wet signatures instead of electronic signatures. Motion to approve. Second. Favor, aye. Motion carried. The board will consider action to approve updated delinquent assessment policy and fine collection procedure. The update clarifies the due date. The base assessment is due annually. However, in accordance with the governing documents, the board has elected to collect it in quarterly payments. At present, the base assessments are collected quarterly and are due on the first day of each quarter. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. The board will consider action to obtain a standalone premises environmental liability policy. Insurance experts strongly recommend adding this standalone policy coverage. Quotes were provided by NFP, our current insurance broker, and Assured Partners. We had a 1-year quote from NFP of $13,969 and from Assured Partners $15,689. Both offer a significant reduction for a 3-year quote. NFP was $29,135, paying upfront reduces cost 30% to $9,712 annually. Assured Partners was $27,661 plus tax. Pay upfront would be $9,220 plus tax annually. If accepted, this would be absorbed master operating expense for 2023, or could be postponed until 2024 and budgeted accordingly. The action to be taken is a motion to approve for current year or starting in 2024. The budget impact is master operating not to exceed $14,000 for 1 year or $29,200 for 3 years.
I like super. It's
2024,
Yeah.
is that your motion?
Yes.
Is that Lisa first and Zach too?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, 2024.
Yeah.
All in favor? Aye, motion carries. Common area turnover amendment number 9. The board will consider action to approve amendment number 9 to the Brightview Landscape Maintenance Contract, which accommodates common area turnover performed since the last meeting. This amendment includes the following: streetscapes common areas in KB Homes Town Center 1, TC1, 499,233 square feet. Pod 6-1 common areas, 47,110 square feet. Pod 6-5 common areas, 26,579 square feet. 11 city homes in TC1, 34 city homes in Pod 6-1, 2 new trash receptacles in TC1, 3 additional pet fix stations in TC1. A detailed list amendment was provided to the board. The budget impact, the amendment will add for the master operating $8,013.62 a month as of August 1st. For city homes operating, it will add $406 a month as of August 1st. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. All right, we are to the asphalt maintenance bids that Jeff has diligently been opening for So the board will review and consider action to approve proposals for asphalt maintenance for the gated neighborhoods of Terraces, Escalia, Altera, Milano, and Clark. This project is a reserves expense budgeted for the gated neighborhoods in 2023. Sealed bids will be open and read aloud. The vendors who submitted bids are JJ Enterprises, American Payment, and Holbrook Asphalt. RFP documentation was sent to the board for review and consideration. The budget impact that's already been budgeted for is for Terraces Reserve, it's 25,294. Escalia Reserve, 25,842. Altair Reserve, 27,878. Park Reserve, 31,297. Milano Reserve, 25,362. Jeff, what do you have for us?
All right, we'll start with Clark. And on J&J. J&J, bid on Park, total cost is $34,575. Includes a 5-year warranty. This includes the striping, crack seal. That's pretty much it. And the seal coat and their J-Bond, J&J Enterprises. J&J Enterprises has done the only vendor that's done seal coat, asphalt seal coat for the association. Altera is 29,990. Milano is 28,000. Terraces is 28,000. And Escala is 27,600.
And that was J&J.
That's J&J. We have American Pavement. And starting with Park, it's 22,506.94.
And no warranty or something?
They did provide the warranty information on that, but that does include all the striping and a crack seal and whatnot. Yeah. Altera was $22,018.12. Milano is 22,504.76. Yeah, I like this. Terraces is 27,935.10. And Escala is 26,679.79. And just a side note, these two vendors, they're quoting for their premium seal coat. They didn't provide a quote for their basic. It was all, you pick one, and it was
Didn't get.
American Pavement. Mhm.
They didn't, but theirs also is their premium seal coat?
Yeah, it's their, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Please remember, the same RFP goes out to all these.
No, I know, but
Right.
we've seen them come back and somebody's missing something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I always ask the question.
Right. Oh,
So speaking of, Holbrook, unfortunately,
There-
bidded everything as a whole. And I have a big lump sum price.
Oh, for all. of
And
the
I've
parts.
explained to them that each gated neighborhood is budgeted separately, so I'm going to have to get with them to provide
Okay.
the breakdown for each
Yeah,
one.
well, I just like to wait and take a look at them anyways, because just in case American didn't include something.
Their warranty info wasn't on their paperwork.
Okay.
Yeah,
we-
so I'll get that, yeah.
Okay.
So what we can do is we
Defer.
will have staff provide you with analysis of the three,
Yeah.
Mhm.
with the breakdown, and then you can make the final decision via email.
Sounds good.
Motion,
Emotion. I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye. See that, right? Paid them. I did tell them.
Okay, do the fun stuff. The board will review and consider action to approve proposals for repair and reseal the Solista Pavilion pavers. This project is reserves expense budgeted not to exceed $34,000 for the 2023 year. Sealed bids will be open and read aloud. The vendors who submitted bids, Property Pros, Favor Guy, Sedco. RFP documentation for the board was provided for review and consideration. The budget impact hopefully will be not to exceed 34,000 of the master reserve. All right, Jeff, what do we got?
All right, cool. That sounds good. Starting with Paver Guy. Paver Guy is the only vendor that we've used that have done our cleaning and reseal and repairs of our pavers, the gated areas and Solista in the past. They came out with a price of $30,011.60. This includes the joint sand, backfill. They have a lifetime warranty on all paver products and 1-year warranty on workmanship. And then we got Property Pros. They came out with a cost of $45,100. They didn't provide any warranty info, but again,
Cross them out.
so Property Pros is a growing reputable company that's just trying to get in, but they have been bidding high. So, yeah, they've been missing the mark. Sedco, $37,950. No warranty info provided from them either.
And we've always gone with paper.
Favorite Guy, and they've been great. They haven't done any,
And it needs, when can you do it? It needs to be done, so.
well, we're getting on this early. The recommendation is to start when the weather starts cooling down, because the seal coat,
So,
the seal coat will be really sticky and it won't set,
Yeah, it wouldn't be like-
So as soon as temperatures start dropping, they're gonna schedule.
So it's a motion to accept Favor Guy.
Yeah, at 30,000.
That your motion, Lisa?
Second.
And Jack, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Carry. 2023 decorative rock replacement proposals. The board will consider actions for approve proposal to replace decorative rock in the common areas of villages 2 and 3, city home pods 2, 3, and 4, Altera, Porta de Ferro, and the estates. Our strategy is to complete 2 villages each year to stay on track with the 4-year rotation turnaround through all village common areas. This will avoid us falling farther behind, receiving an increase in homeowner complaints for rock refreshment. The annual budget for the decorative rock refreshment project will need to significantly increase to accommodate addressing this amount of common area every year. These are budgeted reserve expenses for all areas being proposed. Master Reserve, $270,652. City Homes Reserve, $110,616. Porta de Ferro Reserve, $2,614. Altera Reserve, $2,709. Estates Reserve, $2,709. Motion to approve.
And motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carried. The board will 2023 turf conversions for non-functional turf only throughout villages 1-4, excluding gated neighborhoods, and turf conversion to synthetic grass at Solista Park and east section of Color College. So before I go into this, I just want to remind people that AB 356, which prohibits the use of Colorado River water delivered by Southern Nevada Water Authority member agencies for irrigation of non-functional turf not zoned exclusive for single family residents. We have to take out the non-functional turf and have it completely done by the end of 2026. Non-functional turf is irrigated grass which does not provide a functional use. This includes live grass and streetscapes, medians, parking lots, and other areas where it serves an aesthetic rather than recreational purpose. We are kind of fortunate here in Inspirata because they came out. Jeff has met with SNWA several times now. They came out, they did noted where we were going to have to take stuff out, blah, blah, blah. They submitted to us. We in turn took that information and then we called them out here again for another visit and said, hey, if we put a park bench here, could we save this, blah, blah, blah. And so we were able to do several modifications and they allowed us to keep that. So We want to get ahead of the game though, because right now they're given very nice rebates. So we have planned, one of our community goals was to meet with SNWA and do the map of what is gonna have to be coming out. We did that. Our other community goal was to start doing the turf conversions for non-functional turf this year, next year, and 2025 will be our last year, hopefully. We want to do it now when we're getting nice rebates, because we don't know how long these rebates are going to last, because everybody has to do this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around about it. So the board will review and consider action to approve proposals for turf conversion to desert landscape for those designated areas deemed by SNWA as non-functional turf throughout villages 1 through 4, and turf conversion to synthetic grass at Solista Park and East Section of Color College for the 2023 year. The proposal excludes the gated neighborhoods, and these will be addressed and budgeted for in 2024 year. The total project price for the turf conversion to desert landscapes is $21,682, with an approximate SNWA rebate of $12,024. So our anticipated project total after our rebate is only $9,658. It's a little bit more expensive with synthetic grass. Total project price for turf conversion to synthetic grass at Solista Park and East Section Color College, $60,389, with an approximate SNWA rebate of $13,815. Anticipated project total after rebate, $46,574. If this would be master community enhancement for the budget, we recommend approval while we still get top dollar for our rebates. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second. I know.
Do we really not have a choice?
We don't have a choice.
Yeah, you're
This is
non-functional.
just those two sections. This is the dollar amount
course.
for just those two sections. That little area by Solista.
No. This is the desert landscape is all throughout villages 1 through 4.
Oh, okay. The way you said this, I'm like, wait a minute, is that just two sections? This is.
No, the synthetic proposal is only for Solista.
That, yeah,
I'm saying
Yeah.
synthetic grass is a lot more expensive.
I know, but it is only
But-
those two sections, the synthetic one is.
You also gotta remember, that's where we have our events. We wanna have that aesthetically pleasing. We wanna have that synthetic turf.
That little section, okay.
So it's those, well, Solista Pool is also included in the synthetic for Solista as well.
Oh, that little patch.
That grass in the back, instead of putting desert landscape, we just want to put synthetic out there. Tessa has
Yeah.
synthetic already.
Yeah,
And
oh, it
that,
does.
yeah, people like to use lounge out there and whatnot.
Okay,
Okay, so Adriana William motion
sorry.
and Zach second. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Thank you, motion carries. The board will review and consider action to approve proposals for the gated neighborhoods of Porta de Ferro and Milano. The service area committees of Porta de Ferro and Milano unanimously reviewed and approved the installation of solar bollard lightings and footings. For Porta de Ferro, there were 6 lights for $3,410 and the footings was $8,500. For Milano, there were 3 lights for $1,955 with footings of $3,980. Staff recommends approve per the recommendation of Porta de Ferro and Milano Service Area Committees. The budget impact is the Porta de Ferro Community Enhancement and Milano Community Enhancement. Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The board will review and consider action to approve proposal for quarterly playground inspections for the play structure in KB Homes TC1 Pocket Park. Park Protect, currently playground inspection vendor. Quarterly maintenance expense would be $200, so $800 annually. The budget impact would be master operating for $200 per quarter. Motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. The board will review and consider action to approve proposal for quarterly street sweeping service for the gated neighborhoods of terraces and estates. This will finalize street sweeping for all gated neighborhoods. The budget impact is Terrace is operating 148 per quarter and Estates operating 139 per quarter. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Okay, you two.
Second.
Okay, Zachary one and Adriana two. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carried. The board will review and consider action to approve proposal to replace the carpet and padding in the Toll Brothers Clubhouse meeting room. Right here. They're like, oh, it looks good. No, there's holes.
There's a big
up
hole.
there.
I had to ask too. Really big holes.
The Toll Brothers Clubhouse Service Area Committee reviewed and approved the budgeted reserve expenditure, recommend to the board for final approval. And so Toll Brothers reserve expense of $3,475. Motion to approve,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The board will review and consider action to approve proposal to replace all of the vehicle gate hinges at Porta de Ferro. This is a reserve expense budgeted to be replaced in 2024, but deemed necessary to replace in the current year. It's a minor cost in the amount of $1,800. It'd be Porta de Ferro Reserve $1,800. Motion to approve,
Motion. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
The board will review and consider action to approve proposal for city home roof repairs and maintenance. Meyer Roofing completed roof inspections for designated city homes earlier this year, provided proposal for various needed roof repairs and maintenance. Per the current reserve study, the total budget amount for this reserve expense is $48,741. And the proposal is for $48,112 and within the reserve budget allocation. The city homes budget reserve expense $48,112. Motion to approve,
Motion. Second.
thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Holiday decoration proposal for Inspirata and the gated neighborhoods. The board will consider action to approve proposals for the installation and holiday decorations at Solista Park and all community monument areas, as well as gated neighborhood entryways. The proposals are to install holiday decorations in October 2023, then return in November 2023 to turn on the lights and install the greenery, garlands, and wreaths. Staff recommends approval of Inspirata proposed based on requesting sufficient allowance of budget for neighborhood enhancements, as well as for the proposals for gated neighborhood entryways based on service area committee requests and sufficient allowance of budgets for neighborhood enhancements. The budget impact is master operating $32,195, Skya operating $1,632, Estates operating $1,782, Milano operating $2,104, Park operating $2,984, Porta de Ferro operating $2,621, Terrace is operating $939. Motion to approve,
Motion.
Second. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. The board will consider action to approve the community garden design and installment agreement recommended by the Community Enhancement Committee. CEC met and thoroughly vetted the request to move forward with design installment aspects of the proposed community garden, with the caveat that any revision costs, in addition to the total design service cost due, shall not exceed $10,000. This cost is the budgeted community enhancement expense. The estimated total design services cost due is $7,757. Design and installment agreement was provided for board review and consideration. Staff recommends approval per CEC recommendation, and this will be a master operating community enhancement budget item. Motion to approve,
Motion. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The board will consider action to approve Terrace's Service Area Committee recommendation regarding installation of a wind sculpture. Terrace's Service Area Committee reviewed and unanimously approved the installation of the wind sculpture. This is a budgeted community enhancement expense in the amount of $4,400. Motion to approve,
Motion.
Second.
There's no picture.
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
it
it
is.
is. I didn't see it.
all in favor?
Aye.
The board will consider action to approve Park Service Area Committee recommendation regarding GFI installation proposal. This is the budgeted community enhancement expense. The project proposal cost is $2,394. And it's a park operating community enhancement budget. Motion to approve,
Motion to approve.
Second. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Hmm.
Okay, we are now done with the approve and review and approve. We're going into our closing homeowner forum. I'm gonna have Tasha read the homeowner closing comments submitted to us previously. And just know these comments will be followed up by association staff in a timely manner. Tasha, you were up.
Okay.
Did you want me to say the name of the homeowner?
Nope.
On the first one, a suggestion, please keep the pool deck at Aventura clean and free of ants and debris and remove the bushes in the entrance area as well as the trees and bushes on the west side of the pool deck. Please replace the trees with 2 sunroofs and extend the pool deck or replace the dirt with turf.
Is it
Next,
Aventura?
yes, Aventura.
It's a big, big suggestion.
It gets better. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The next one,
Yeah.
why aren't there any handicap pool lifts for anyone with disabilities at any of the community pools? This is a safety issue. Appreciate your assistance and hope to see changes in the future. The next one, I would like to request that crepe myrtle trees be considered for approval on the tree palette that is approved by the HOA. They are drought resistant and attract hummingbirds. They are very beautiful and add so much color to the neighborhood. From a beautiful cinnamon colored bark to the multiple different flower color options, it truly deserves a spot to shine in this beautiful community. If the Texas mountain laurel, which is toxic to humans, can be approved, we should allow the extremely beautiful and beneficial crepe myrtle tree to our community. Next one, we are wondering how the HOA enforces the building changes guidelines. Many residents have not followed them and nothing happened.
Building changes guidelines for this.
Design
review. Oh, just the. Oh. Is it the education? Yeah, okay.
Next comment, I would like the board to consider designating one of our many pools to be an adult-only pool. I feel there are adults that do not have children and would love to have a pool to go to that is quiet and free of constant issue of children accidentally going to the bathroom in the pool. We have so many pools in our beautiful community, and I feel it would be welcomed by many residents. Thank you. Next one. I am very concerned about pool closures, especially the Salista pool. It is understandable that pool closed for short durations with contamination issues. However, the recent pool closure, which I was told is mandated by the health district, is a bit frustrating. Is there any way we can do more or be more proactive to plan for common pool maintenance?
Dear resident, we are frustrated too.
Tell them to call the health.
And the last one, what is being done about all of the garbage and recycle bins that are left out in the street all week long? It is an eyesore in our neighborhood. That is all for the comments submitted on the
All right,
website.
thank you, Tasha.
You're welcome.
So we come to the part that I'm sure everybody here is waiting for. So we are gonna open it up to those members in attendance that would like to make a public comment. Harold?
Okay, first, I do want to compliment our staff. Our lifestyle committee was already working in 2024. People don't realize the plans that are made and the staff that we have. I do compliment KB Homes because I think they're a gold company. I know they used to come to the floor of the exchange once or twice. I gave some of their staff for some silly things to let you know. We just had our streets retarded. The very next day, Republic, and there is a problem in the community in which I've tried to take care of. Leaky trucks, they're spewing the filth, the liquid, it's attracting bugs, and we just had the streets in for 5 years redone. The other thing, we pay state and federal tax for, and the service is inferior. Everybody has a problem with their cell phone providers, and I don't understand, can we do something with this, with the city, the state, and the federal government to get all these people to give us service. I have a cell phone extender in my house. If I take my phone outside to my driveway, the call gets stronger. So just mentioning that. Last year or 2 years ago, I recommended that they double deck 2000 via Forenza. I still think it's a great idea. And the last but not least is, I know how hard it is to be in the lifestyle community. And that comes out of our budget, our money, all of our money. How did another HOA get slipped in to the community? Is that part of the master plan? I love my neighbors, I love the community, but if we're making it big and it's coming out of our pockets, they have to contribute. That's all. That's all I would like to see. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, Kelly?
I just want to know, the asphalt maintenance that you guys are going to talk about. I doubt you'll pick something where everything is so overpriced, but what happens if, you know, you have budgeted, like, for my neighborhood, you have like 25,000 or something like that, and a lot of them will way over that. Where does that extra money come out? Is it gonna come out of my budget, or is it gonna come out of general operating?
Well, okay, so maybe I can give you some clarification. This will be coming out of reserves, okay? But there are many expenses that you budget for reserves, but remember, when we budget, it's just a guesstimate, right? So we do have some wiggle room in there, okay? So you have a healthy reserve.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
So if there's a couple thousand more, it's not gonna hurt you,
Then I have another.
okay?
I know we approved, well, I also, for the, Christmas decorations. I don't know, since they got taken out of social committee, because we, last year when they took it out of the, I don't know if anything consideration was given to like the new areas, like where that third roundabout is. There. I mean, as far as for decorating, we have so many people living that far out down, you know, via Inspirata. So I don't know if anything was taken into consideration for those areas or not. Because I don't want them to all feel slighted. So I mean, I don't know. I don't wish we did the review of who went, you know, around the neighborhood and looked and see if there's even something we can put out there like whatever. So I just.
Okay.
This is a.
Good point. Especially if we can't do it this year, especially
Yeah, we should
incorporate it in for next year. Yeah, absolutely. We did have the holiday decorations
Right.
come out, and they did the entire area. And
No,
they
that's
gave us
Well, hopefully there's some.
True.
Okay.
a tree.
Yeah, that second roundabout got a tree last year. So.
There is no-
Anybody else? We not good.
Previously, and I'm so glad that you brought the SNWA back out to talk. But I was under the impression that you were gonna let us know what areas were under consideration before it came to a board vote. And so I'm a little concerned that maybe people who maybe didn't look at the agenda ahead of time didn't know this was gonna be voted on. I'm also concerned that it's not very specific. It just says least apart and each section of color collage. And I think it's also important to know that color collage is a walk. And so those people generally don't have yards. And so the walks are their living space. And so it concerns me that we're taking their turn and they might not be aware of it. And so was there any kind of outreach done to the people who live there?
So we had maps for everything. I don't, what section are we doing?
Color collage is getting synthetic, it just got approved.
Yeah,
I
So
know.
they're losing their real grass for fake grass.
but it's kind of like Nelson Park, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I didn't think, yeah. And then. you know
That's
what's
why we
nice
wanted to
is
do
that
synthetic.
Curve that's over by the flag. Right?
right, the amphitheater and the. Yeah, it's Lisa Pool.
And at the pool, up at the end of that pool deck on the north end, there's a strip there.
And then there's also like a patch of grass Like where we just past the night garden, that area also.
I mean, anything outside of the city of Henderson,
Like right across from the Lisa pool, there's like a little patch of grass. with
that'd be
two-
city,
That's
that'd be city of Henderson.
That's the city. Yeah.
Noted.
And then, one more comment about that. So with the turf, I know like on Nevelson Walk, the turf is really nice. But it's not usable by people because there's so many dogs that pee and poop on it. It's like really gross. And it never gets cleaned. Like I had asked about that. I'm like, so how often does that grass get cleaned? And it doesn't ever. And so that's a concern also. And so if this is these people's living space, some consideration should be taken for making sure that it's clean, that they can actually use it.
Absolutely. That's it?
I was gonna say one more thing, but.
Okay.
Like, I feel like it's on us to know that like our stuff wasn't up to code. That's not SN, like, and y'all were like, oh, talk to SN or talk to the.
Oh,
That's not the script.
Jeff, explain that one.
Yeah.
Please do,
All
What
that
happened with that?
was past inspection.
Yeah.
And that was good stuff.
right.
And it was because of the drain covers. And
Yeah.
what was wrong with the drain covers?
They were out of code. So there's a law with Southern Alabama Health District or code that the drains have to be the covers have to be a certain size and the sump has to be so deep. They had an incident, I think it was earlier this year, where somebody drowned. They got stuck to the bottom at the drain. So now Health District is being strict about it. We've had that pool replastered since 2019 and had the same drains and everything. So we've gone almost pretty much 4 years without the Health District saying anything. And then because of this incident, and now they're being really strict about it, now they're starting to
But
pay
they
everybody
inspected
for
it.
get inspected anyway.
That's the thing is they had been passing.
Yeah.
It was in fact
Yeah.
in zoning.
And that was the thing is they had already passed it and then
Then somebody drowned and they came back and said, oh.
So now they're enforcing their.
the state of California had did this years ago.
Yeah.
And their HOAs had to go in and just fence them regardless, and then they got re-inspected.
This is valley-wide. Gator Pools just said there's a lot of pools out there, nationwide pools that did the replaster, and they said there's a lot of pools that are getting.
Can't be built without a drain. That, yeah,
Mm.
I mean,
saving your spot, everything.
that's concerning for a couple of reasons, that we've had drains that haven't been up to code for how many years
It
now?
did pass inspection.
But they passed
Mhm.
inspection.
Like, it
I know.
doesn't matter. I feel like it's on us to make sure that we are following all of the laws and regulations applicable. And if we are not doing that, that's on us, that's not on the, whatever,
district.
the health district that comes out and
Solid. Now,
Okay, noted. It is corrected now. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Hi.
Just one quick question. Is the HOA going to be accepting synthetic grass as a new avenue for landscaping?
We do already accept synthetic grass in the front and backyards as a new avenue for landscaping. Yes.
Any other questions? Hey. I want to thank you for coming out. We're gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7:09. Motion and second and approved. Aye. Have a good night.